Hi there, welcome to Most Buffalo. I'm Lauren Hall. Thanks for being with us here on WGRZ+. We have a lot to get to in today's show. As always, we're going to hear about some upcoming events happening around town this week and month. But first, we all know that baseball season's now in full swing, and there's a new local brew you can try to celebrate one of the greats of the game and also help out some local kids in their sports. 42 North Brewing and Delaware North are teaming up to launch this special beer. It is called Legendary Lager. It's a limited edition brew honoring baseball great Jackie Robinson, who famously wore number 42. Proceeds from the drink will benefit the Boys and Girls Clubs of Buffalo. Joining us in studio are John Simperman from 42 North and Katie Gorman from Delaware North. That is nice.
There's a couple
There's
North
a lot,
there.
yeah, there's a couple 42s, a couple North. So John, let's start with you. This was your idea. Why did you want to do this?
Well, every year we do a cause marketing beer. And the fact that we share what I think is the most important number, that being 42, in all of professional sports, it was just a natural for us to create something that also helped give back to the community.
So once you had that idea, how did it all come to be?
Well, it came to be with a phone call to my friends at Delaware North, who, by the way, are also very involved in baseball and very involved in the Boys and Girls Club here. So my first call was to Katie and team at Delaware North, and they said, that sounds like a great idea.
And here we have the Legendary Lager, so tell us all about it.
It's a very easy drinking 4.2% American-style lager, and we brewed it to be super approachable, also to complement, you know, whether you're in the backyard or sitting in the bleachers at a Bison's game. So really drinkable, approachable beer that we really think complements baseball and the summer.
And Katie, where is some of the money going to go?
So proceeds from the sale of each beer will go to Boys and Girls Clubs of Buffalo, and specifically their youth sports program. Last year, Delaware North started a big project with our Boys and Girls Clubs to help restore competitive sports to the 5 clubs within the city. And part of that was building a new baseball diamond at their Seneca Babcock clubhouse, because our company has a wonderful history with baseball. That's really how Delaware North started, and today we're in 10 MLB ballparks across the U.S. And so we wanted to help bring baseball, co-ed baseball, to kids in Buffalo who haven't otherwise been exposed to it.
So you built that field last year. How's it going so far this year?
So far, so good. Boys and Girls Clubs has a great youth sports director who is spending his time at each clubhouse teaching the kids the game, and we will have some exciting competition this summer.
And so part of the proceeds, again, from this Legendary Lager will be going straight to those kids who are playing in those leagues. And where can people get it?
Well, either the 42 North tap rooms, Consumers Beverage, Wegmans, Tops. We encourage everybody to head out to a Bison's game. You can also find it there, or when you're at the airport.
That's right. Delaware North will have it at the airport. We'll have it at Top of the Falls Restaurant in Niagara Falls. We'll have it at Patina 250 downtown and Hamburg Gaming.
Very nice. And how long will it be available?
Until it's sold out.
All right.
So we're thinking this will run through early July, August. And you know something, if people really love it, which we hope they do, let's do it again.
Maybe it won't be so limited edition. Very nice. And remind people where your tap rooms are.
So East Aurora is the home base, but recently we opened up next to Shea's on Main Street. So really proud also to help bring more people to downtown Buffalo and to Main Street in particular. So yeah, encourage people to visit either of those places. And maybe
you can crawl on down to Patina when you're done.
Exactly, it all works together.
For downtown event season. Thank you so much, John and Katie. We appreciate you coming on and telling us all about the Legendary Lager. And speaking of the Bison's ballpark, Micah Hyde hosted his charity softball game at Salem Field over the weekend. Despite the weather and Josh Allen's absence, the offense won 12-6, and this day was about much more than the score, as our Andy Payton reports.
Oh, yeah.
You can change the venue.
Yep. Tied it.
You can change the month.
I like Coleman and Trubisky, too.
You like Trubisky, too? Yeah.
You can even change the sport.
They're better on the football field, but yeah, it's fine. They're doing good.
If the Bills are there, Buffalo is there too.
We kind of follow them a lot, yes.
It's what brought close to 16,000 to Salem Field today. all to cheer on their beloved Bills in the 5th annual Micah Hyde charity softball game.
Each and every year I say the same things, to you guys, how much of a blessing, an honor to be throwing this game.
The Bills aren't just about football. It's never been about football. It's been about the whole community.
And that community, just like any other Sunday,
He's going to wait for a good one here.
brought to their feet once again by the Bills offense.
I mean, Keon with the backflip onto home plate was a little scary as a fan going into the season, but that was super fun too.
Make sure they don't go too hard today, right?
Yeah, no, we don't want anybody getting hurt.
But on this Sunday, it was the team's second string leading the charge.
Mitch Trubisky is killing it today. Fantastic work.
So he definitely, you can tell guys played baseball growing up.
You can change the venue.
Oh, Joe gets it!
You can change the sport.
He loves it. You having fun?
As long as the Bills are there.
People are going to remember me as 23 for the Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo will be there too.
But at the end of the day, I want them to remember this, charity softball game that's hopefully still being held 20 years from now.
On your side, Andy Pate, Channel 2 News.
Jen Stonis joins me now. What a fun day.
Yeah.
It's so great to see the guys having fun. You can tell, one of the people interviewed there said that a lot of them probably played baseball in some form growing up, and they're just getting to be kids again, and then seeing the kids in the stand, getting to watch them have fun.
And just in the ballpark, it's always a great time.
And supporting good causes. So many of the players' charities. And for Micah Hyde, who is not, he's from, I don't even know where, I think he's from the Midwest. This is not his hometown, his adopted hometown, but for him to not even be a member of the Bills anymore, but to come back every year and do this and put this event on for the fans is awesome.
It's a commitment for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And speaking of the Bills, hey, we have an update. The team needs you, not for the field, but for the film set. Hallmark, as you probably remember, they are making a new holiday movie here. It's going to be called Holiday Touchdown, a Bills love story. So they are looking for volunteer extras now. Filming is happening throughout this month and next, and you could be on set if you get chosen to do this, anywhere from 5 to 12 hours. The deadline to sign up is May 9th. So sign up if you can. I think you do it right on the Bills website. And what a once-in-a-lifetime experience for a fan.
Oh, I bet they're going to have so many people signing up for that.
They're going to have to turn people away. Yeah. Lots of people.
I wonder where they're going to be filming
Me too.
this.
I was also wondering.
And when it's coming out, oh
yes,
my gosh,
all the things. This holiday season. So hopefully we don't have to wait
Really?
too long.
Oh,
I
that
believe
fast?
So. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow,
I think they
that's
do
a
it
quick
really
turn.
quick. And when
For movies, especially.
Yes, right. When I was reading through that, how fun would that be? I don't know if they need kid extras, but that would be so fun to do as a family and go be part of the Bills movie.
I'd be curious to see how many people they get submitting for that. It's like most people locally.
Yes,
I know.
going
for that.
They're gonna maybe if it goes well, maybe they'll come back and do a sequel next year.
I hope so. It definitely seems like
everyone behave.
There's a lot of film movie buzz here.
Oh yes,
lately especially.
Yes. This one's gonna be the big one, I think.
How fun!
Yeah.
All right, cool. We'll keep bringing updates, of course. The Independent Health Foundation's annual Kids Run is back. Speaking of continuing family-friendly. Oh, this is great. Look at this event will take place on June 7th at Delaware Park, and now it's in its 37th year. The celebration features a nearly 2-mile family walk and run, a mini dash for kids ages 2 to 5, and tons of fun activities for all ages to keep them all entertained. And last year, 5,500 children took part, and with limited space available, families are encouraged to register early. Yeah, and you always hope it's good weather.
Oh yeah, it looks like it was great weather whatever year they took those photos. But yeah, I think that one normally sells out. So people do it every year and have it marked on their calendar.
And yeah, it's so nice when you have, the longer race and then the shorter.
Right, that's what I was listening to.
And then entertainment too for them.
Entertainment after. Yeah, some of them are even introducing diaper dashes now.
Yes.
Little crawls.
Right, I think Canal Fest has
a
that.
couple of them. I think the Buffalo Marathon has had one in the past. I'm gonna have to keep my eye out for that one for sure.
Pretty cute.
Have your kids, some of your kids are getting into running now, right?
Yes. One, William especially. He did the turkey trot with me.
Which is 5 miles.
A couple years ago. Oh, and he was beating me.
Good for him. So 2 miles for him
Which is
would feel
great.
like nothing. Yeah.
It's great for him, not for me.
Well, sticking to running, people all over Western New York, they got up, they laced out their shoes for the annual Hospice Memorial Walk over the weekend. Hospice and Palliative Care of Buffalo has been holding this walk for 29 years. The nonprofit helps support and care for people with serious illnesses and their loved ones. Organizers say that this walk brings people together, and we are told that they have raised more than $5 million over the past 28 years.
People have a sense of shared humanity and being able to come together and share stories with people who have had maybe not the same experience but similar experiences is a way to just help process and feel meaningfully connected with others.
Organizers say again that they've raised more than $5 million over the past 28 years. What a great show of support despite the weather. Look at everyone bundled up. We got to get into a better stretch here. It's May now. We got to be able to put the winter coats away and the hats and gloves.
Yeah, we do have some sunshine on the way, but it's great to see people still going out and supporting.
It's not going to keep people away from supporting.
And especially then when you have the run and also a walk. That's great, because then you see a lot of the strollers. I remember some of my first 5Ks after I became a mom, like trying to push the stroller, run with it. Like, okay, like the walk option.
And the kids love it,
and then you
right?
can cover them up. Yeah, exactly. And then they're looking around and it's like a full, like double thing. You know, it's like you're there, and then you'd be probably going for a walk anyway.
Right, exactly. And then as they grow up, you can say, oh, you did this run and this 5K and all
yes,
this.
I know. We have our little photo. I'll be like, remember our first 5K together? The one I pushed? Yeah, exactly. All right, check this out. Art Park's annual Strawberry Moon Festival is on June 21st. You can enjoy, that's actually next month. It's flying by. You can enjoy music, dance, storytelling, workshops, and indigenous artistry like the Circle Storytelling Space, the Smoke Dance Competition, and Artisan Market. This free, family-friendly event celebrates indigenous culture.
So that's one of their big events every year.
Right around the solstice.
Yes.
The summer solstice.
I used to love going to Art Park as a kid and doing all the art.
They have a lot of really good events there.
They have all different kind of things that you can do, and even if they're not having an event, even just when the park is open for the day to try all those different
very spacious there.
Things. Yes. Another upcoming event, Porch Fest, is coming up in the Elmwood Village. It's a couple weeks away. They already have more than 200 bands booked. But right now they do need a few more people to volunteer their porches. So the Elmwood Village is looking for 2 to 3 more families, homes to host a band on their porch. This year's event is happening Saturday, May 19th. And if you're unfamiliar, this is when, people just at private homes, they have bands come and use their porch as a stage. And people just fill the streets. Last year the weather was amazing. Brought so many people out. They had a Ferris wheel, and this is one of those things that kind of started small.
Ferris wheel, really?
There was a Ferris wheel last year. Oh, yeah. And the line was all the way down the block to get on it.
I'd imagine.
Yeah, it really is growing and growing every year.
And I saw a whole bunch of shade. That reminds me, and this event's, this month. So early May, mid-May is equivalent to mid to late July for the sun angle and the powerful sun rays. So I'm definitely like, sunscreen
Just hope the sun is out at all.
Yes, and shade's good. And the mosquitoes are all out now,
I didn't
too.
notice that.
Oh, I've started noticing it.
Get the bug spray and the SPF.
Pros and cons.
Exactly, it's that season. Well, still to come here on Most Buffalo, a surprising victory at the Kentucky Derby as Sovereignty edged out the competition on a muddy track. Back here on Most Buffalo, time for Mostly Interesting now, and Sovereignty took the crown at the Kentucky Derby. He's a 3-year-old colt, edged out the race favorite Journalism on a very muddy track. Look how muddy. So both horses came from behind on the outside and raced right to the finish line. The jockey is Junior Alvarado. This was his first Derby win. The purse for this year's Derby, $5 million. That's split among the top 5 finishers. And next up, the Preakness. That's a tough one. Preakness.
Yeah, you can take that one.
May 15th, May 17th, that is in Baltimore. Yeah, this was, I think what people remember about this one is the mud.
They're covered.
I know.
It's just covered with the mud. That's the first thing I noticed.
And it doesn't seem like he looked so happy. But it's, in the years when it's not that muddy and not that rainy, it seems like there's more horses close at the end. But this one was sort of like, it wasn't like that.
And I'm sure the times weren't as good as normal too, because you're a little slippery,
but hey,
stuck in the mud a little bit.
You can't take that away. I always wonder if the horses know if they won.
I'm sure they
have
feel like the excitement.
Yeah.
Somewhat, of course.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll see you after this. We are back now on Most Buffalo, celebrating the best of the Queen City. That includes exploring the holy trinity of Buffalo calories. Visit Buffalo Niagara's Patrick Kaler is here now. So what is the holy trinity of Buffalo calories?
Well, this is hot dogs, beef on whack, and donuts.
Oh, okay. No wings.
Yes, no wings, but that's okay.
Yeah.
But on Sheridan Road, we have the Trinity, the holy trinity of Buffalo foods, with Ted's hot dogs and Salen's, char grilled right there in front of you, as well as right down the street, you've got Anderson's frozen custard with their beef on whack and custard. And then, of course, Paula's Donuts. And you can't go wrong with a red velvet donut as far as I'm concerned.
That is a really good little culinary stretch in the North Towns. I know exactly where you mean. I wonder if anyone's ever gone from one A to B to C in a row.
I would like to do that with somebody that does it, because you can actually walk it, so you can walk off some of those calories too.
Okay, that's good to know. If you want to do that with Patrick, let us know. May is also National, speaking of exercise, National Bike Month. There's plenty of spots around our area. It seems like there are more biking trails and more the ready bikes every time we turn around.
Exactly. Buffalo is just completely blessed with all of these great biking trails throughout all of Erie County. And actually, when I moved to Buffalo in about 11 years ago, that was one of the things that I was really excited about, were the number of bike trails that the communities were committed to putting in place. We are definitely a bike community. I love that you mentioned the ready bikes, because if you don't have a bike, you can go rent one. And it's very easy to do so, but it's a great way to get out and explore our destination. There are also lots of different bike groups that will do rides in different neighborhoods throughout the summer. So again, at the end we'll talk about where you can find more information, but this is a great way to get out and experience our destination.
And we also know Buffalo is known for its green spaces, and if you're into bird watching, you're in luck, because there's plenty of great spots to catch a glimpse of local and migrating birds.
That's right. So I kind of teased this last week with bird watching as the #1 activity, but we actually have one of the premier places in Erie County, and it's from Buffalo all the way down to Fort Niagara, and it is internationally recognized as the globally significant important bird watching area. It's right up there with Yellowstone, as well as the Galapagos, and you can actually see some birds that are migrating from the Amazon that actually make a stop here in Buffalo and Erie County.
Who knew?
Yeah,
wow.
That's pretty cool.
That is really cool. So where should people go if they want to get started with bird watching?
Yeah, so you can go to our website. We've got lots of more information on that, and places where you can go and watch a lot of these birds migrating through Erie County and Buffalo and Niagara Falls.
Another thing coming up this season, farmers markets. They're in full swing this month through October, serving up fresh produce, local goods, and community vibes. And again, there's just seems like there's new ones every year.
Exactly. We have over 60 farmers markets throughout all of Erie County. And again, a lot of people don't necessarily think of Western New York or Buffalo as being a rural community. We have great agriculture in our community, and so a lot of these things are locally grown, locally produced. And so we have throughout all of Erie County, from May all the way through October, lots of farmers with pop-ups and some of your favorite neighborhoods. So the county actually also has a passport that you can get stamped if you go to all of the different farmers markets throughout the season. But this is just a great way to support our local agricultural community and buy lots of local things.
And they're not always just during the weekend.
That's right.
During the week, there's usually one every day.
And in the evenings too. So like you said, throughout the entire week and during the day and at night. Yeah.
It's also National Travel and Tourism Week, which is the perfect time to grab your visitor guide.
That's right. So this is, my high holy week of the year. So you go and grab a Visit Buffalo Niagara visitor guide. You'll find them throughout Erie County, at the airport, at the convention center, lots of places, at our office. Stop by. You can even call and we'll mail one to you. But this is a great guide, a great little stepping point to learn more about what to do in our destination. Lots of fun stories are written by some locals, so you get that local flavor. So it's not all just written by my staff, but we do engage a lot of local folks, and great photographs. But it's a great way to just figure out what to do this summer. Also, a lot of people are having guests that are coming in, and this is a nice little treat for them to when they are coming into your home, and they can read about Buffalo and all the things that they'd like to do.
Yeah, I do always like that when I'm traveling somewhere else, to read the visitor guide.
Yeah.
So it is a nice thing to keep on hand if somebody drops in. So Patrick, where can people go if they want to get one? Again,
Yep.
I know you said it, but remind us.
Yep. Go to our website. You can actually download a digital copy of it as well, but we'll mail you one. But there's a place for you to get a guide right on our website, visitbuffaloniagara.com.
All right, Patrick, thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you for joining us here on Most Buffalo. We'll see you back here Thursday on WGRZ+.